Awesome. Well, I'm super excited to speak with you guys today. Spencer Matthews here, our Client Development Manager at ClickBank, but really excited to have Fred Lam here with us and spend some time learning from him and learning about what he has going on. So welcome, Fred. We're excited.
Thank you. Thank you for having me here too.
Absolutely. So just tell us a little bit, Fred, about who you are, kind of your background, and how you found ClickBank and how you kind of got started online a little bit.
Really great question. Actually, I started when ClickBank was actually in the infancy, actually. So my journey really started in the internet space 13 years ago when Google was the first hit, and then a lot of people start discovering about ClickBank. Everyone's running into ClickBank, and that's where ClickBank really started to take off exponentially. So back then, before I started, I was actually just washing dishes. I thought that was the end, and that's what I thought. That's all I'm going to do, working up my ranks in a restaurant. But I was like, well, I'm so young, like I need to find some way to actually build a real career. So with that, I started looking into the online world to see, hey, what can I do to actually build a business? And long and behold, ClickBank was the one that actually starts to really see constantly in forums, because there's not really a lot of courses out there. There's like forums, people talking about it. And at the same time, I met one of my friends. Well, it's a friend, and he was my ex-business partner now. He actually has a product on ClickBank. And I was like, okay, share with me what you know. And he went and shared with me a lot of things that you know. He had an ebook on ClickBank, and I actually helped him do media buying, which is buying ads for his ebook on ClickBank. So that's how it all started. Then eventually I kind of moved away a little bit from all the ebooks and stuff, and we started selling physical products. And we sell it in a way where basically we don't hold any inventory. We get the vendors, we get the manufacturer to hold it. We just do the marketing, and we apply all the things that we've learned through a process in ClickBank into like a physical product. So that's how my journey really built up. And throughout the last 13 years, I've done well over $25 million online just by using this simple internet marketing model on building a business online.
Love it. No, that's awesome. It's fantastic to see people start from humble beginnings and rise to success. And I think, we'll talk here in a second a little bit more about that and some awesome things you have coming up to help people do that. But what I love about you, Fred, and what's unique about you is that you've seen success over and over again in different niches and different categories of business, whether it's ebook or physical or, just different areas. And so maybe share a little bit about other people, maybe if they're looking to branch out to different niches or to get different revenue streams, maybe some recommendations on how to be successful in different areas.
Well, that's a really good question. And to make it simple, I would have to say, at the end of the day, the business model and the core is really the same. You're basically creating a product, or if you have a physical product, you really have to create it. You have a product, you basically create the sales funnel, and you want to test it out first. And a lot of people go like, well, I don't know affiliates that can test out the offer. I don't know what I should do to get traffic to test the conversion, because let's be honest, affiliates love numbers. Yeah. And I go, well, in order for you to actually control that and for you to diversify, you got to control your own media buying. You got to control your own traffic. So when it comes to diversification and going into all these different markets, I've been into like 4 or 5 different niches throughout my career. And one thing that I kind of really struck to me is that if I can control my traffic, I can first test the offer out, and when I know that it is going to be a winner, I can quickly either put it on ClickBank. That's what I'm doing. Like I'm putting my physical products on ClickBank because I know that I tested it myself. The funnel works. Affiliates will be happy about the results, and I just put it up, and bam, it's just taking off right away. So that way, once you have a good offer, it will basically unfold from there. Now, if you're not good at traffic, it is fine. You can also tap into your existing affiliate database if you already have a business, have affiliate running. And I would have to tell you, you will actually find that our space is actually pretty small. And the affiliates, if you start to basically have an offer and the affiliates start to do well, and you ask, hey, I'm trying to go into the dating niche. Do you have a recommendation, or do you know anyone in the dating niche? And I will tell you, they will say, yeah, I do. I'll refer you to XYZ, or here's the contact. You can talk to them and go from there. So I think it's just an excuse for people to diversify because sometimes they're too lazy and they're too scared to say, well, I got to build everything from scratch. But the thing is that if you can actually have the system in place, well, guess what? You can double, triple, quadruple on exactly what you're doing, especially with the affiliate database that you guys have right now too, and it's just going to be all working together as a whole.
That's really fascinating. So would you say, like, then if someone's just starting out in affiliate marketing or internet marketing, or if they're trying to diversify in a niche, really it's about following a system, a model?
Yes, exactly. It's all just following the model and the system. And you've dealt with countless high profile ClickBank clients.
Yeah.
You'll see that everything is really the same. Product, landing page, sales funnel, email copy, ads. That's it. And if you're able to perfect that system, you can literally just replicate it in all different niches.
And there's a lot. I mean, you just mentioned there's a lot of pieces, right, to that. Is there one that you focus on more, or that you would recommend other people focus on more, that's kind of the game changer, or is it really making sure that all of those are implemented?
If I were to really choose one, it would be traffic. It will be traffic, regardless if it is media buying traffic on Facebook, Google, Bing, or affiliates.
Yeah.
Traffic is always going to be key. You can have the best product in the world, but if you can't drive traffic, it's technically not a product at all. Like, you can't get a market, right? And having a combination is also going to be a very, very big key. So not just focusing on your own traffic of just advertising online, but to look at avenues where it can be also a big traffic driver for you, which is, again, affiliates. Again, I'm saying it's a really, really big thing too.
Awesome. I want to talk a little bit more about, you've been with ClickBank for a long time. You found us kind of when we found the internet. And so just share a little bit more about your experience with ClickBank over the years. Have you ever been to a ClickBank event?
Yes, once.
Awesome.
Yes.
And what did you think about it? Did you like it?
It's great. I loved it. Yeah, you'll learn a lot, and you'll get to actually meet a lot of people that is on the other side of the computer that you're working with a lot, and like they could be your affiliate, it may be products that you're promoting, and it's great. And I mean, I love ClickBank, and that's why I'm here right now.
Yeah, absolutely. You spoke earlier about using ClickBank for your own physical products and some of your other businesses. Is there a specific feature or tool or part of it that you enjoy the most, or you get the most out of for your business?
So, amazing question. One thing that I have to say flat out is that I see that ClickBank has something unique that not a lot of other people have in the industry, which is the premium affiliate database. And there's no other network that can provide that. You guys are obviously a merchant solution provider as well, but from where I stand, I look at it as it's an additional revenue source for us by simply just putting on the ClickBank. And there are things that I absolutely love about ClickBank, or it's two more things. Number one is the one-click upsell. Like, it is a very easy one-click upsell, and it came to my realization that you guys also have multi-product upsells, and that is going to be night and day for even physical products. Like, that is literally night and day for physical product. Let's say that if someone was actually buying a beads and you're upselling them a necklace, they now get to choose what kind of necklace to add into the upsell, and that's going to be like a complete game changer. The second thing that I absolutely love about ClickBank is your rebill or your retention on rebill is high.
Yeah.
And I've looked at I've worked with a lot of different processors before, and like ClickBank is proven to be like the highest, and it's amazing.
That's awesome. That's some valuable insight. Now let's go back more towards your beginning in internet marketing and kind of forward. You kind of have a lot coming up in the internet marketing world, but where do you see for this whole space and this whole ecosystem? It's always evolving, it's always changing, right? And ClickBank's been around for 18 years, but what do you see as the future or up and coming in this internet marketing world?
It's actually already happening right now. You mean internet marketing world as in IM products, or just like the entire online?
Ecosystem online?
So here's what I can see right now that is actually, it is already happening. If we actually look at some of the big companies out there that are doing really successful, it's the marriage between physical product and digital products. And it is absolutely perfect. A lot of people think that, well, if I sell a physical product, I should only sell physical product. If I sell digital products, it's very hard for me to sell a physical product. But that's actually not anymore. It's not the case anymore. If you want to grow a business and really, first of all, control your net profit, control the scalability, having affiliates, and really utilizing all the resources and all the assets in the online space is really how you can maximize having both physical products and digital products at the same time. And if you're able to have that marriage, you are going to go into the market with like double the manpower and like double the power, because now you have the digital product going after the people that would love buying ebooks, videos, and all this other stuff. And on the other side, there's tangible products. And if the person bought a tangible product, let's say yoga for an example, right?
Yeah.
If a person actually have a yoga, let's say some yoga necklace, some yoga related physical tangible products, most likely when you present them an offer that is about how to use yoga to lose weight or all those other stuff, it's a perfect marriage. And those customers will buy that ebook, and those people that actually bought the yoga ebook will also buy the tangible product.
Right.
So the marriage is coming in place right now, and it will be more and more surfaced and seen in the market as we go in the next, I believe, in the next 6 to 12 months.
That's fascinating. Yeah, and we've seen that natural evolution with ClickBank. As we've started accepting and enabling people to sell their physical products through our platform too, more and more are aware of it, more and more are doing it. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Well, let's get to it. I mean, tell us more about what's on the horizon for you guys, what you guys have coming up. I know with a lot of stuff going on, so
yeah,
just
there's a
tell us
lot
more
of
about
stuff
that.
that's going on, but there's one. It's really a passion project for me, and something that I absolutely love doing. Is that I have been taking the years of my journey into a compact course and primarily talk about physical product. So I've developed with my team an entire training series and a software component to it where you can actually have your first e-commerce store up selling physical products, and then basically having an automated system to do that. We actually did a very light opening around 10 months ago, and we got actually 3 or 4 students right now that's earning 7 figures a year with that exact model going through the exact system.
That's awesome.
So, and I'm basically, what we're doing is this year in October, with basically thank you for ClickBank support, we're going to be relaunching this into the masses, to the public, to actually allow them to use what I call the 5-step system. Because remember previously when you were asking me the question about if you were to diversify, like what are the things? So I'll say at the end of the day, it is always going to be the same core. And for me, the same core is the 5-step. Number one, especially on the physical product space, number one is going to be creating your web presence. Okay. Now this works for digital and physical, but for me, I'm primarily focusing more on the physical side. So you create your web presence where you can actually sell the product online. Number two, you got to find products, right? Now for digital, you create your own. But for physical, you can actually arbitrage inventory, or what we call drop ship. A lot of vendors or manufacturers have product into their warehouse. You don't have to wholesale them all.
Something, yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to wholesale them all. Like these people were more than happy to actually ship the products directly to your customer. So the beauty with that is that, well, guess what? You're collecting money from your customer, and you collect the money first before you pay the vendor to buy the products to have it shipped directly. So it really minimized the risk. Number three is to have traffic. Like I said, if you can control your traffic, you can literally control your business. So I go really, really heavy into traffic and really telling people that is what the most important step. Number four, we talk about the profit multiplier, like using upsells, using back end, like email marketing, using coupon redemption, like a lot of different methods to actually make more money from existing customers that just came in. Last but not least, we call it the rinse and repeat, but during the rinse and repeat period, it's about scaling. So what we're gonna be basically talking a lot about is the marriage right now between physical product and digital product, and having that marriage on scaling up your business. And then obviously, last but not least, you repeat the cycle again into different niche. So that's what we have developed, that's what we've created, like the system works. We have a lot of people that never make their first penny online, and they start making like hundreds of dollars a day right now. And we have the entire software to actually go through all that 5 steps. And we are going to officially launch it to the public, and it's called ZeroUp.
ZeroUp, that's fascinating. Many years of your experience, many millions, right?
Yeah.
From that, many industries, many products. It's fun to see it culminate in this ZeroUp. But what motivates you, or what inspires you? Is it a person? Is it a thing? to give back in such a big way and to take all that you've learned and share it with other people?
Well, one thing that if I look back when I first started, without the right system, right guidance, and right information, a person will be lost and easily give up because he or she said that, he or she say this and all those other stuff, and it will lead to more failures than what you are going to actually experience. And what I do believe right now, and something that I am really passionate about, that I push really strongly about, is that I believe any individual in this world can become an entrepreneur. It's really providing them the guide, the steps, and the system to do it. And I've done this for over 13 years, and I'm just consolidating together and say, well, if you can actually do this, by all means. Because there's so much money in the world, I wish I could make every single penny in the world, right? But that's never the case. Even if you look at a grocery store, not every single grocery store or one specific brand is going to take over the entire market.
Yeah.
There are always going to be small ones. And when I see that, I was like, well, what I wanted to do is help people. It's not giving them a shortcut. I don't want to say it's a shortcut. I want to give them the right plan and the system and the procedure to basically have a higher chance of becoming an entrepreneur. Now, obviously, at the end of the day, not every single person is going to basically come in and they start making a whole bunch of money. I'm not basically saying that right now because there's so many variables involved. But ultimately, we strip to the core, the system is always going to be the same. And I'm just sharing what I have discovered, and I obviously share that with a lot of people, with a lot of students that are having really success right now. But one of the things is that if you have the right system, chances for you to become a real entrepreneur is going to be very, very high.
That's awesome because you're eliminating the noise. There's so much distraction out there, and especially people trying to get started online or to become an entrepreneur, whether it's the first or the 10th attempt, right? And you're giving them the system, the direction, the guidance, and then the software, right, to help with that. So that's really cool. Well, tell us more about a ZeroUp. You mentioned October. For affiliates or for others that are interested either in learning or in getting behind your initiative in this launch. When can they start promoting? When can they expect more things and all that?
So we are officially having our pre-launch on October 5th. Okay, and we're going to do things very, very differently. We are actually going to give away an entire 10-part video training series, like a free course.
Awesome.
And any affiliates can promote it. And here's the best part. We are going to give $2 per lead for anyone that has been referred to sign up for the free course. And the only stipulation to this, and I don't like to use asterisk, I'm flat out be honest, the only stipulation is it has to be double opt-in, right? Because that shows that that person that you referred is a serious person. It's not like a fraudulent email or email address and all this other stuff. So we're gonna be doing that. And all these things are gonna be cookied. So if that's what's happening in the first 4 days during the pre-launch, and then next we also have a free book that I actually wrote. It's 166 pages that wrote the entire story, why you need to get into the online space, why you need to get into e-commerce. And the book, the foreword is actually wrote by Mr. Robert Kiyosaki, the author of Rich Dad Poor Dad. So he wrote the foreword to that book, and we're gonna basically open it up and give it away. But we're gonna basically make prospects that are going to, or visitors that you guys send, in order for them to get the book, they have to sign up for a webinar. So that's when we are going to put everyone during the pre-launch into the webinar that goes live on October 12th. That's when the cart actually opens. So we're going to be basically doing 2 webinars. So one on the 12th, one on the 19th, and then to close it up, we're going to do something very unique. I've invited some really, really well-respected expert, like one of them is Onyx Singal, who is just teaming up with you guys. Some really well-known speakers that are going to be coming on with a one-day summit, all about like e-commerce, digital product, marriage, emails, and we're going to be having one big event. And during that event, we will keep basically selling ZeroUp. And we're basically going to change up the dynamics a little bit. So we're going to keep giving value, keep telling them like, honestly, at the end of the day, I feel like I'm over delivering the value, but I'm only doing it because you'll see how powerful all these stuff can be when it's all put together.
Yeah.
And eventually, all your visitors will become a buyer in the future because we've tested all these numbers and we know that we're going to maximize the highest EPC possible. Then we're going to be closing off on October 23rd. That's what's happening right now. So that's the entire launch schedule of our exact plans of what's happening.
So October 5th, pre-launch starts,
Yep.
right? The free courses, free videos, the free book is available October 12th. It's kind of really when the card opens.
Yeah.
We've got the webinars going on, giving away a lot of massive value. That's exciting.
Yeah.
And then clear until October 23rd before doors are closed, students are on their way to making money.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's exciting.
So yeah. So first of all, I want to thank you guys and the entire ClickBank team for supporting this, and anyone up there watching that's going to sign as an affiliate, I want to first thank you for that. I really appreciate it. It really speaks volume to me too.
Absolutely. So whether you're trying to become an entrepreneur and looking for someone to follow, Fred Lam is not only an example and a leader, he's someone who cares and loves entrepreneurship and is inspired in what you're trying to do. Or you're an affiliate looking to find a great partner. Be ready for ZeroUp because it's going to be awesome and you won't want to miss it. Thanks,
Awesome.
Fred.
No, thank you.
Have a good one.
You too.